Hello, I'm Dave Kilmer, RRTA Executive Director. One of the questions we often hear, why do we always run empty buses? Or every time I see a bus, it's empty. Well, I can assure you that last year we carried nearly 2 million passengers, so our buses are hardly empty. RRTA carries about 7,000 passengers daily. But unfortunately, there are portions of our routes and times of the day when our buses have less than a full load. It's no different than highways. We build them to handle the peak traffic. If you look at Route 30 at 5 p.m., you'll see a very congested highway compared to 9 p.m. when the highway is less traveled, and throughout the night prior to morning rush hour. They had to build the road to handle the largest traffic congestion at rush hour, much like RRTA has to accommodate the peak rush hour times for our passengers. Here we are along Route 30, Lincoln Highway East. The Route 14 Rockville Square bus travels by here. This route is the busiest route in RRTA's 17 bus route system. It carries the most passengers, but depending on when you see the bus, you could see it empty. That doesn't mean that it wasn't full moments earlier. One other comment or question we often hear is, why doesn't RRTA run smaller buses? RRTA does operate smaller buses on some routes, but on the heaviest ridership routes, these small buses would not work very well. It actually would cost more overall to purchase and run smaller vehicles during the off-peak times. RRTA would still need the large vehicles to handle the peak times when most buses are full, with some even standing room only. Plus, the federal and state governments limit how many buses we can actually purchase, because we can't be buying buses that we're not using or having excess buses lying around. So RRTA must purchase buses that can handle the ridership during the peak times and off-peak times. And purchasing smaller buses would require RRTA to hire more maintenance staff to handle the increase in maintenance needs, which would increase the operating costs of RRTA and paying more parts and salaries. So the next time you see an RRTA bus that's empty, please don't assume that no one was riding or that we're wasting taxpayers' money. For all you know, you may have just missed all the passengers that were riding and going to the places they need to go.